Welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout using the brand new Where To Next collection from Vicki Boutin. I just couldn't wait to dive in once I got it into my hands. So I am using the amazing paper where it looks like the paper's ripped and the clouds are coming through. That is actually just the paper. I thought that was just so fun. Probably pretty easy to do, actually, on your own, but I love that it was done for me. I wanted to bring in some more colors, though, so I added this amazing striped paper just to bring in that color and a different pattern as well. I'm going to be using two photos here, and they're kind of, I guess, maybe similar photos. The one is when my friend and I got to the airport, and the other one was as we were boarding the airplane, and we were just so excited to kind of have a girls' weekend away. So I think it kind of shows in our faces. So I did use a couple of the zip strips or the branding strips here, the airplanes and then the clouds. I loved those as well. Initially, I thought I'd put the clouds on the bottom and the airplane on top, but then I liked how flipping them kind of brought in a different color to the striped paper, if that makes sense. So like at the top, it's pink, and if I put the airplane branding strip at the top, it would just be like pink on pink. So I just liked kind of how it switched it up a little bit, added a different color with the stripes there. So I kind of am playing around. I know that I want the photos at least to each one. I know which side I guess I want each photo, because I want the one photo when we're in the car kind of, I guess, on the left, because that one was taken first, and then the one loading the airplane was taken second. And so I kind of just wanted them that way on the page. I am just going to double back the one photo. And unfortunately, I got the sticker stuck on that photo, and it did leave some residue. I printed these photos with my printer at home, and so I wasn't sure if I kind of like scraped it off, if it would ruin the picture or not. So I kind of just left it. I will kind of cover it up at the very end, actually even off camera, I think. I did fussy cut some of the clouds from that cloud paper. I thought that would be a great kind of addition to this layout here. And then I kind of needed to decide what to add under my title. I had that big open space and thought it would be great for some journaling. So I went into the project pad that I got at Joann's and found these kind of little tags. And so I am going to trim off the bottom. I decided it was too long, and I figured I could use the bottom part on a different layout. And so I'm going to trim that down and then trim the cut just a little bit off it, a little extra off of it, because there was just a little bit of white left over from the bottom portion that I had trimmed down. So I did trim just a little bit more. I then decided I didn't like the way the photos were kind of with the one at an angle, and so I am just going to move them all over, kind of make a mess of the layout a little bit. Luckily, everything was covered up, but I needed a little extra space for that title. I knew the title I wanted to kind of overlap the picture, but I didn't want it kind of overlapping it way too much. And I placed that cloud there in hopes that I could use that to cover up the sticky residue left on the photo, except that it didn't work that way. Well, it did, but it was way too big, and I didn't like the way that it looked there. So instead, I decided to use the clouds I fussy cut at the top. I am going to pop some of them up on foam tape to give the layout a little bit more dimension. I think I popped the title up on some foam tape as well, and that actually allowed me to move it a little bit easier than leaving just the sticker. So I am going to kind of scatter the clouds at the top and then layer just the one group. I did fussy cut this kind of plain ticket as well from one of the papers. I thought I would fussy cut a lot more of them, but just didn't end up doing it. And it was fine because I didn't need to. But I added it or I will be adding it down to the bottom right with that tag. I then decided to go through the ephemera pack. I did end up getting both ephemera packs and actually have some products that are still waiting to be shipped from the collection. I think they're like the papery products. I've never had her papery products. I think there's some like washi in there and then maybe some like thinner papers or thinner embellishments. So I'm interested to get my hands on those. I just couldn't wait to get into this collection. So you can see I'm kind of doing some layering. I thought that sun was super cute and I was able to get it underneath that top cloud because it is popped up on foam tape. I added a globe and a compass and then the sticker that said away we go to the top left of that photo. And then just had to kind of figure out how to finish off the layout. I bought a lot of this collection, but with my sister living in Florida now, I go visit quite often. And so I figure it won't go to waste. So I'm just kind of sprinkling throughout some smaller pieces. There was like this little journaling book that I thought was really cute. So I did add that to the bottom right cluster along with a gold heart. Is it a geotag maybe? I added a gold one to the top cluster up there as well. And then on the chipboard paper, instead of adding twine to that tag, I just decided to add one of the little gold dots there instead. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will link the collection down below if you are interested. But that is it and we will see you next time. Bye guys.